Hello and welcome to another video after a very long time of not posting anything. Here I am back. I have been posting quite often on TikTok, so you can check me out there. I guess I will try to post more often in here, but I don't promise anything. So today's video, I wanted to just talk about some of the albums that came out during last year, 2025. Award season is approaching, and I thought it would be nice to just have a video talking about my personal album of the year, and then maybe compare it later to the Grammys. So, yeah. But anyway, my only criteria to select which albums would make it to this list was that it came out during 2025 and that it was somehow relevant to me. Not necessarily that I liked it, just that it was like a moment in my year. So that is like the only two things that I was looking for. And I'm gonna present these albums to you in the chronological order. So the first album is Perverts by Ethel Cain. This album came out on January 8th of 2025. So very early during the year. I already made a video specifically speaking about this album because I really liked it. This is one of my favorites from 2025. It is really good. It is probably my favorite by Ethel Cain. I just really like Ethel Cain, like in general, but this album is definitely special. It is so different from anything else that she has ever put out. So I don't know, I really like drone music, I really like ambient music, and this is also very dark, so it has like a gothic aesthetic to it that I really like. Great album. And my favorite song for this one was Tutorkia. Then the second album came out January 24, 2025. Eusexua by FKA Twigs. This album is really good. I remember when it came out, a lot of my friends really liked it, and like I remember a lot of people on internet and like social media were talking about it. Like everyone loved it, I feel. Well, at least they were talking about it. I don't know if they actually loved it, but I did. I really liked it. It is very futuristic, very experimental. My favorite song for this album, I don't know, it's really hard because there were many songs that were really good. Like I feel like most songs in this album were amazing, like not good, amazing. But I think my favorite, either Girl Feels Good or Sticky, maybe. I really like that one. I don't know. And I also really like Childlike Things. It is a very different vibe, but it is very cutesy and danceable, and I like it. It features Northwest, which is fun because, well, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people criticize Northwest, but she's just a girl, you know, she's a kid. Let her have fun. That song, it's so good. Maybe it might be my favorite. Those three are like fighting for my number one spot. Then the third one is Choking Off by OK Lou. This came out February 7th of 2025. And again, very futuristic, very experimental, but it has a very different vibe. Eusexual has more of an extroverted vibe in a way. And Choking Off just feels like very like shy. It is a really good album. It is OK Lou's debut album actually. Amazing. I love this album. I listen to it like every day, I think. Like I'm not even lying. I listen to it so often. There are no skips in this album, but I think my favorite might be Family and Friends. I really like that song. I think it's very emotional and just overall beautiful. I also like Blade Bird. I really like Thank You for Recording. It's really nice. I don't think there are many songs that make you feel the way Thank You for Recording makes me feel. It is something else. It's very nice. It's like bubbly. I really like the whole album. Has like this very bubbly digital vibe. And I also really like the song Harvest Sky. Harvest Sky is so much fun. Yes, the whole album is so much fun, but also kind of sad. Then in March 7, we have Mayhem by Lady Gaga. When this first came out, I don't think I listened to it, at least not the whole thing. I did listen to some songs. I don't know why I didn't listen to it when it first came out, because I was really missing on something. This is a very good album. I really like it. I feel like it has very David Bowie vibes. I mean, in general, it has always been the comparison between David Bowie and Lady Gaga, I feel, but this one really shows that. The whole album is like banger after banger. But my favorite song, I think it was Garden of Eden. I really like that one. And I also really like Perfect Celebrity. I think they are like next to each other in the track list. I didn't really like the chorus for Perfect Celebrity, but overall this whole song is really good. So yeah, those two were my favorites. Then the next album came out March 14th. This is a very long awaited album. This is I Am Music by Playboi Carti. Well, it's actually just music, but the cover says I Am Music, and I feel like it should have been called I Am Music because that is so much cooler. I think Playboi Carti is like very controversial or something. I know a lot of people hate him. I don't really know much about him. I can't really speak on that. But I think his music is good, so I'm not gonna criticize him. My brother really likes his music. I like his music, but my brother is like a fan, a Playboi Carti fan. He's a vamp. Yeah, a lot of people were like hyping this album up, but like for so long, because it was supposed to come out like 2024. Even has a song called 2024, so that's funny. But I feel like he made everyone wait so long for it that people kind of like didn't really care for it when it came out. I don't know. I don't remember there being such a fuss about it when it came out. But it's fine. I mean, I liked it. I do think it's very long, like considering a lot of the songs sound pretty similar to one another, but it is good. My favorite song from this album is Opium Baby, and apparently that's controversial. I've been looking at like the comments on the videos and like on Reddit posts and stuff like that. People don't like that song. They think it's like just weird. It has a lot of effects on it, and I guess it does sound like too heavy, but I really like it. I think it's a nice song, and I don't know, I even asked my brother and he told me like, yeah, I mean, the first few times I listened to that song, it was insane. And I even sent it to some of my friends, and I thought like they like harsh music, they have to like it, but they didn't like it. Just one of my friends liked it. Shout out to Pam, because she's beautiful and she liked it. But yeah, apparently not a lot of people like this song. I think it's like undeniably the best one, so I think it's funny. But yeah, other songs that I like Olympian, and I liked We Need All the Vibes. They were all really good. Then on March 20, Shauna Dean Coughlin, SDC, released her debut album as well, debut mixtape, I guess, Coughlin County. This album, I was so excited for it. Like ever since she announced it, I was like, yeah, I need to listen to that. And yeah, it did not disappoint. It is a very good album, very solid debut. Really showcases all her talents, I guess. And yeah, it is mostly an acoustic album. It kind of has like Bob Dylan vibes. My favorite song from this album is Moving in Place. I feel like that's very poser of me, but it is her best song, I think. Well, no, my favorite song might be Last Best Pop Stars, but that is not included in the mixtape. That is just a single, so I cannot mention that song. But from this album, Moving in Place is probably the best one. It is very nostalgic. I've been following her for like, I don't know, many years, and I think everyone should listen to it. I feel like she's still very underground. She's mainly like popular on TikTok and not really like overall. And so yeah, check it out. Moving in Place by SDC. The next album is Addison by Addison Rae. This came out June 6th. I think the next day from when it came out, like the following day, I went out on a trip with my friends, so I didn't really listen to it when it first came out, but I did listen to all the singles, and I also reviewed it on my channel. There is a whole video about it if you want to check it out. I love this album. I absolutely love it. I feel like a lot of people were like praying on Addison Rae's downfall. They were like, oh no, it's gonna suck. It has to suck because she's Addison Rae and she's a TikTok star. But it didn't suck, and so it's really nice. Like, imagine being her and like everybody kind of has an idea of you and they kind of want to see you fall, but then you just don't fall. It's like undeniably amazing. Nobody can say anything negative about this album. I cannot imagine. I haven't really heard a lot of negative reviews about it. It is just that good. My favorite song from this album is Times Like This. I reviewed it when it came out, and I remember I mentioned Times Like This as my favorite, so again, it's still my favorite for that one. Another very popular one that I really love is Fame is a Gun, but I don't really know which one do I like more. I think Times Like This is better. But overall, like, there are no skips. Like, every single song is a masterpiece. They are so good. From June 27, we have Lord's Virgin. I also remember people were like very excited for this before it came out. I don't feel like that excitement stayed for such a long time. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't say it was disappointing, but I do feel like there was a lot of hype around this. And I remember when Charlie said like it's gonna be Lord Summer, and I really thought like, yeah, like she's gonna, like, this is gonna be her magnum opus. But I don't feel like it's her magnum opus. I still feel like Pure Heroin is probably her magnum opus. And yeah, I didn't really like absolutely love this album. I thought it was nice, but not a lot. I don't have a lot to say beyond that. My favorite song from this album, I think it was Hammer. Then the next one, I have Willoughby Tucker, I Always Love You by Ethel Cain. That's right, she released 2 albums this year, which is such a blessing as an Ethel Cain fan. My favorite song from this album, I think, is Janie. I also really like the interlude, the Willoughby's interlude. But overall, I feel like it's really hard to pick like one individual song as your favorite. This album, and well, in general, like Ethel Cain's work, is very narrative. I feel like you have to listen to the album as a whole. So I don't really recommend to just listen to one song and then take it as that. Like, if you're gonna listen to it, okay, try to listen to the whole thing. I don't really want to like pick just one, but those 2 are like my personal favorites, I guess. I also really like Waco, Texas. But yeah, they are very different. Like Perverse, which is from January, and this one, which is from August, they are like completely completely different. It still has the Ethel Cain vibe, like both have the Ethel Cain vibe, but if you remember, like Perverse is very drawn, ambient, dark. This one is still dark, but it's kind of more similar to Preacher's Daughter. There's nothing like close to Tolomia though. Like Tolomia is still like it still stands out from everything she has put out, I feel. But anyway, the next album that I wrote for my list is Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter. I feel like this album was very controversial, not when it came out. I feel like once it came out, like everyone loved it, but before it came out, it was very controversial because of the cover. People really hated the cover for Man's Best Friend. I didn't like it either, but I didn't like it because I didn't think it was a cool picture. I think it's very boring. It's a very boring picture in my opinion. I was hoping when that cover was released, I was hoping that the actual album cover would be the one with the dog and the color that says Man's Best Friend. It was really confusing, like, to see people get so mad about it, when I personally don't feel like it was such a problem, especially because I feel like, like the I wanna be your dog idea, like, it's a very common thing in pop culture. So it was weird, like, why are we acting like Sabrina Carpenter like created this whole thing? Like, why are we against her? My favorite song for this album was, I think, Tears. Tears is really good. I also really like When Did You Get Hot. I think those 2 are like my favorites from the album. Overall, the album has a very country vibe, which I'm not like a huge fan of, but it is a good album. I really liked it anyway. Are there skips on this album? I don't really know. No, not really. Every song is fine, but they're just fine. And then these two are the ones that I like look for occasionally. The next album that I have is The Life of a Showgirl by Taylor Swift, Miss Taylor Swift. I was very excited for this album, especially when it was announced that the producer was Max Martin, because like my love-hate relationship from Taylor Swift comes because I don't really like her most recent work. I feel like she's trying to give off like this sad girl vibe, and I don't know if like it's somehow related to maybe like her kind of friendship with Lana Del Rey or something like that. But I feel like I really like it when she was more like girly pop vibes. And I really thought that with Max Martin, that's what she was going for. And also, well, the name itself, The Life of a Showgirl, the pictures that she was releasing like for promo, I had this whole idea in my mind for what it would be, so I was kind of disappointed when it wasn't close to it at all. This didn't feel showgirl vibes at all, so that was sad. But yeah, the only song that I enjoy from this album is The Fate of Ophelia. Other than that, I don't care about any of the other songs. They are not, I didn't like them, okay? I don't want to say they are not good. I didn't like them. I especially hated the Cancelled song. I think that's what it's called, like Cancelled. And Wood, those two were like stuff. I don't know. The last project, I guess, that I want to talk about is Evil World by Youngling and Blade. You know I love Blade, you know I love Youngling. They are amazing. They released this EP. This is just like 3 songs long. There's Inferno, there's Evil World, and there's Advent. I think my favorite is Advent, then maybe Inferno, and then Evil World. The atmosphere that they created is amazing. It's like very, very harsh and very dark. They always do such a good job when they combine their forces. And they are really good together. And yeah, this was amazing. Okay, and now just to finish with the main reason why I made this video, which one do I consider the album of the year, like the best album that was released during the year? I was struggling to choose the best one. I'll first give you like my top 3. I think, well, in like not in order, my top 3 would be Choking Off by OK Lou. I also really like Addison by Addison Rae, and I also really like You Sexual by FKA Twigs. I feel like those 3 were the best ones. And for my favorite, I feel like it would be Addison by Addison Rae. I'm not gonna say it's like super experimental or anything like that, but like it's beautiful. It is a beautiful album. It is perfect in every way. I also feel like what it represents for Addison, how everybody thought like she has to fail, right? Like, no, she cannot be good, right? And now people have to just accept that she is good, and I really like that. Like, she is so good. It is such a solid album. It really brings me up whenever I listen to it, and I think that's magical. So yeah, album of the year 2025 is Addison by Addison Rae. Choking Off is a very good contender, in my opinion. None of them, like of my top 3, were nominated, I think. Addison was nominated for Best New Artist, I think, and Choking Off didn't even make it to the nominations, which was disappointing. But I mean, they always do stuff like that. It's fine. So yeah, let me know what you think about these albums, or any album that I didn't include that maybe you liked. Yeah, I will probably make a video about the Grammys, like the the event, like my thoughts on who wins and whatever. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. I hope you have a nice rest of your day. I hope you have a nice life, and goodbye.